Hello, everyone, and welcome back to One Piece of Me. My name is Nicole D'Agostino. I am the narrator. My life, my dreams, my story in the One Piece world. We have named this particular live stream video the giving tree because the One Piece giving tree just keeps on giving. And I wanted to do these live stream videos right before I actually go live on Whatnot, which is our space where we have a shop and show. And when I say we, I mean all of us. I mean the crew, the fans, all the people from TikTok to Whatnot to Instagram, to Facebook, family, friends. This is an opportunity to really get to see me and find out what is going on in my week. It's going to be a recap of all of the exciting things that have really brought a lot of happiness and joy to me, to our lives, to the crew's lives over the last week, and also just to keep you updated on what's going on in the One Piece world. So, since we live streamed last Wednesday and last Monday and Tuesday were amazing days where I reallianced with the starters and I went into streaming over there, and Bianca and I have been running that show, and we've been going from 10 p.m. into the early morning hours. Well, Monday night before we ended the stream, we pulled the Sanji manga from PRBO2 and we were ecstatic. That video's on TikTok. Also, when we came back into the studio on Tuesday and the first person came in for the first box of PRBO2, the very first pack that we opened was the Sanji manga again. So, two Sanji mangas back to back, Wednesday, the live stream on Whatnot. Now, one of the things that I love to do with the shop over there and with the show is I put together party packs. The party packs have everything from PRBO2 to past packs, kind of like the show, follows along. We go forward, we move back to a backstory. We move forward, we go back to a backstory. So what I like to do is create these party packs for you guys on the Whatnot stream, where you come in, you're paying basically what you would pay for a pack anyway. It's extra bountiful blessings that I get to throw into the pack for you. Super rares from the past, alt arts, tournament cards, anything that I can gather and get from all of the locals that I'm so blessed to be around. So the locals around here for me are Treasure Coast Magic, Double Infinity, Bros with Big Decks. We have the best time playing here locally on the Treasure Coast. There's so much treasure. One of the things I also love is to travel and go down south. I'm lucky that this past weekend, since the last show, I was able to go spend some time with my family. My family live right around the corner from one of my favorite gaming places. It's a 10,000 square foot gaming facility, and it's called Guildhall. And I was able to actually go in there and see what was going on and reconnect with fans and friends and take a look at their stock. And so that was kind of a new thing that I was able to do over the weekend as well. While I was there, I opened up two PRBO2 boxes for myself, which I never do. I bless them out to everybody else, especially the players on the crew. So when I blessed it out to the players on the crew, they got all kinds of great, exciting stuff. Super rares, alt arts. We saw the Golden Dawn Nami come out for our nutty friend Almond Pistachio, so congratulations on that. And then while I was there over the weekend, I pulled the Golden Kobe. So the Golden Dawn Kobe is now a part of my collection, and I'm really excited to have that as part of my collection. I got some other really beautiful alt arts and so many super rares that I don't even know what to do with myself. But even more exciting in the PRBO2 English boxes is that the rares have come out and taken the main stage for value, not just for the players, but for real value. This is the first time I think we've ever seen rares actually outvalue the super rares, and some of the super rares, like Marco, really hit an all-time high at like 30 or 40 bucks a card. So that's a lot of treasure for the fans that are out there. If you think there's nothing in that PRB O2 box worth it for the extra money that they're asking for it, I can guarantee you that it is. Most of it is double secret rares in there that are going to be used for the future. If you haven't gotten them from past sets and you want them for your collections, it's the best way to get some of those secret rares out of there. So two secret rares, two Hollow Dawn cards. I saw the Sanji Epic Box of the Century. It was like Sanji, alt art, alt art, alt art, Dawn, really beautiful Dawn, and even more beautiful Dawn. It was just love after love in this one epic box with the Sanji manga. Some of the other things that have been really great has been able to that is been just such bountiful blessings for everybody, is being able to spread all of those cards out to everyone. So much bulk means so much bulk to go around for the players and so much for the collectors as well, but mostly the players because I am a player and I love to go to my locals to play. I look forward to it. If I can't get there, I'm really just very consumed with creating new things in behind the scenes for the One Piece world and for the One Piece Keeper fam. So with this week coming and celebrating the players and spreading the bulk out to everybody so that everyone can run their decks and get what they need, we also celebrated a couple of birthdays to some of our youngest players at Treasure Coast Magic, absolute prodigies in the gameplay world. Happy birthday, Judy. And happy birthday, Joseph. Jojo Magogo. Jojo's got the munchies. We call him a couple of different things, but I call him Joseph. He is my now almost 16-year-old son. That happens tomorrow. So we just want to say happy birthday, celebrate you guys. I've been spoiling you with bountiful blessings for your birthdays. So one of the things that came about was the Laboobaloo. Joseph had gotten it and he ran out the door and couldn't be here for the interview and said, hey, if you want to open it and see what I get during the live stream before you go on, go ahead and do that. I'm going to have to do it kind of like with one hand for you guys. Anybody in the room to even see this, or I'm just totally talking to myself, which is normally what I do anyway, because I'm crazy about One Piece. So we're just waiting for people to come into the room. Is that what's happening? But people are going to go back and maybe see this live. Everybody, welcome behind the scenes, the person I'm talking to, my navigator into the land of audio and visual world, Mr. Devin Merchant from Ghost on the Aux. What's up? How you doing?
I'm all right. Waiting for my computer to get back from repair.
Wah, wah, wah.
And we are streaming on a lower, little bit lower production value today.
Okay, so with that being said, though, do we even have anybody in the room right now with us saying hello? Anybody hanging out outside the room? We're just literally live all on our own, just chilling out, having a conversation. All right, so this is basically between you and me, you and us, and you and me. And, I'll just be like talking to them, talking to you, talking to people. So I'm going to try to attempt to do this for everybody later to watch it who is going to see this. And watch it something epic like the Monkey D. Luffy 5, Gear 5. I don't know what we're going to get. It's always a reveal to me. One of the things I want you guys to know is that when the cards come out, like EBO2 and OP13, I'm actually not paying too much attention to what's coming. I like the element of surprise and reveal with you guys when I'm breaking the cards. I love when I go streaming and everybody's like, the narrator is an expert. Yeah, I'm an expert on how happy it makes me feel and how happy you guys are about it. I'm an expert on the joy it brings to everybody when we, really get something great out of it, and we can really nerd out about it hard, and of course nerding out about the anime. And when you guys talk back and forth to me, that is epic. But one of the things that I'm not an expert on, and that is because it changes from day to day, is the value of something just, embedded in my memory and ingrained in there, simply because it does change from day to day. We see the cards, especially during pre-release, hit an all-time high, and then when it comes out, it kind of drops a little bit. But with this particular last set, and again, I'm just surprised by every card coming out, which I love, and the audience loves. But I don't always know what's coming, and I don't always know how much it is. So do I know the cards? Do I know the characters? Do I remember the feeling? Can I talk about it? Yeah, I'm probably an expert on all of that. I haven't even gone to watch all the reruns, as many times as I should, but and I want to, but that's another day. All right, let's see what we have in here. Let's see. It is a bag. It's a box and a bag. And are we going to get a glimpse at the card? I'm not going to look at the card. I'm just going to keep the reveal going, and hopefully you can hear my audio as I attempt to keep the mic close and not shift it around too much for you guys. Wait.
You'll have to hold things pretty steady when you show it because the video is pretty laggy.
Okay. All right. Well.
Audio's good, though.
Hello? What the holy. Oh! It's not Gear 5, but it is a Monkey D. Luffy.
Hell
yeah. Somebody go out there and tell me how much it is right now. Put it in the comments. No, that's pretty cool. He's got a little foam on his hand. Gum. Ooh, Gatlin, oh my gosh, he's adorable. Yeah, okay, you can't see him up there, but there he is. So congratulations, Joseph, on your Monkey D. Luffy la blue la 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 loo, la 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 loo, la blue la loo. Yeah, the baboobaloo, the blue la loo, whatever the hell these things have been named, the Monster Mash. And how appropriate for October that we're doing a live stream. Halloween's right around the corner, and we've got the Monster Mash here from the One Piece world. So there's the
I see
little
it listed
reveal.
on eBay for $45.95.
Wow. All right, all right. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so that is treasure. Another thing that I'm going to be incorporating into our lives, everyone, is we're going to be learning a little Japanese. I'm going to be incorporating the Japanese words into our games. I think it's going to be awesome that we're going to be able to experiment with some creativity there, too, especially since there's so many rules. There's so many rules on TikTok, the tickety-talk, the wickety-walk, and so many rules now on Whatnot and some of the other streaming sites, too. They definitely want you to really put in what everybody is getting. They're not so crazy about the wheels or the extra surprises or the bountiful blessings that people are throwing in. We are, as streamers and store owners, trying to be creative, with our promos and coupons and things like that. The internet streaming companies are all offering those things to us, but we are trying to give out more. And especially for me, I'm really trying to give out more. So I'm passing out packs like candy, especially for Halloween this year, too. And I've been putting together a Perona costume. So that's also been going on over this past couple of days as I've been staring at her picture and YouTubing some videos to see how I can make her Thriller Bark outfit. I have a black dress. Easy. I hope it still fits me. That's going to be maybe not so easy. But anyway, I have a black dress. Super easy peasy. I'm going to get some white puff paint, for fabrics. And I'm going to detail the front of it onto the black dress. I'm then going to wrap a couple of pieces of white fabric to give her the black and white look as she goes down. I'm in search right now, hunting for the treasure is real. And I am in search of it. Perona's boots. I can't order them and get them before Halloween. They'll never be here. So I'm going to have to get creative with making these super cool, awesome, red, gigantic, Doc Marteny looking boots. So I may have to get, in there to see what's going on. I did find today, though, at the stores, because Spirit Halloween is everywhere going on. So I had been studying the hat. The hat's pretty cool. I picked it up for $20, maybe even a little bit more than that. But I was like, this is a cool hat. It's super sturdy. Fit my head. Perfect. And what I'm going to do, since I did cosplay in the past with the wig and it's very, very heavy, I thought what I'd do for this time around is I'm going to go ahead and give Perona the bangs coming in just a little bit, since my forehead is small, just a little bit of the wisp coming down off of the hat. Then I'll attach the rest of the pink hair to the back of part of my outfit or part of my, hat here as well, or something that will connect it so that it's not all that weight dragging me back. That's something I learned about cosplay that I'm trying to experiment with. So again, I got the hat. I'm going to be looking for large white silk flowers. I'll pick those up and I'll glue them on. And then I'll have Perona's hat. Red umbrella. Going to make that into the umbrella. I've got some creative ideas. That's kind of super easy. It's just going to be, paste and glue and go. But I also have to make kumasi. So because that also can't be here before Halloween, I had to get creative. And this little guy had a little American flag sweater on him, but he was the right color, about the right size. And I'm going to turn him into my version of kumasi. So he's going to get his little mask and his tie and his hat. And we'll see what we can do with that. So cosplay Perona coming soon to a One Piece of me near you. And of course, I'm passing out Halloween cards and candy and trading cards and all that stuff. So that is new for this week as well. The other thing that happened was that when I went back to stream on Monday, I pulled the Monkey D. Luffy card I had never seen before from PRBO2. And I was like, what is this? Oh my God. And then people in the chat were like, it's a manga. It's a special manga. It's an SP Monkey D. Luffy manga. and it was going crazy. And I didn't even know this card existed, but another beautiful manga pull. So that was also something new from this week, just to recap. The other thing that I had heard about was that the stores had gotten a release kit, a Learn Together deck set, where they were holding a tournament at their stores for people who wanted to learn to play. And they had these really awesome kits. They had scheduled the starter deck kits, the gameplay kits, and they were teaching the people out there who were new players in the area how to play the game. So this was one of those really cool kits, and I picked it up from one of the locals, and I wanted to see what was inside. It looks like it has some alt art leaders. It has an SEC. There's some super rares, but what's really cool is there's also some really nice deck boxes. Zoro, Monkey D, and Nami. And it looks like they're the deck boxes that we've seen in the past, like the Rosinantes, the really hard plasticky ones, the really nice ones. So there you go. I'm not too sure what else is in here. I think it might be a little difficult for me to really open this on my own here on the stream one-handed. So I may have to save that for the next time. I am going to open and reveal. Okay, let's open and reveal it. It's the Learn Together deck set. All right, putting the mic down. Do we have anybody in with us yet? Nobody at all. So we're just doing a video. That's okay. Huh? A very laggy video. Guys, I'm so sorry. We're waiting for the tech guy to get his techie stuff back. All right, let's see what we have here. But that's okay, because this is still fun for the narrator. And really, that's what it's all about. 2 players. For 6 and up, Bandai, you did an amazing job, as always, even on the box. I mean, my gosh. So cool. The artwork is amazing. Oops, sorry. Okay, so I just took the plastic off, and this is amazing. Learn Together deck set, and like I was saying, they just don't skimp anywhere. Bandai does such an amazing job. Just even the box is such a great box that you know that you can fill stuff with, that you can put some of your bulk maybe in, or your precious trading cards. All right, let's see what we got. Let's learn together in this deck set. Read this first.
Wait, we got Jeff in the room.
Hey, Jeff, how are you? My name is
Jeff?
My name is Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
It's not the narrator's birthday. It's Joseph's birthday.
It's Joseph's birthday tomorrow. I was in labor right about now. So, yeah, and we're celebrating also 2 birthdays for our prodigy players, Judy and Joseph, this week, turning 14 and 16. Both amazing players in the game industry here, in the gaming world here. And Joseph won regionals, got his first place card and all of the promos, and got invited, or is getting invited, to nationals in Las Vegas. And me and the crew are all going to travel with him to really follow along with the success. And again, we have a lot of kids that are coming into the stores that are learning how to play. There's a lot of us, even as parents, who have our kids coming with us. We've got babies in the stores with us sometimes too while we're playing. But we do have a couple of bountiful blessings that went out this week. Joseph celebrated a birthday. We opened up his Monkey D. Luffy Laboobaloo just a little while ago. I did drop off some birthday love to Judy at Treasure Coast Magic earlier today.
Jeff says, can't wait to see you on the stream later. And also said, oof, making me feel old.
Oh, gosh. I know the feeling. It's going by faster and faster, I got to tell you. But we also have some reveals here that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And by the way, this reveal right here is the Learn Together deck set. It's the Bandai Namco, and it is for ages 6 and up. One of the kids that's actually sitting off to the side, shout out to Isla, who's only 4 years old, has also been gifted by the narrator a box of PRB02 in English. It's her personal box. It's in the care of Tammy over at Treasure Coast Magic, because she's going to be holding on to Isla's future treasure. We're going to have some help there, having Isla open up her treasure. We're going to find out what she gets in there, and we're going to put them away. Even if it's the Sanji manga, nobody's touching it. Nobody's getting past Tammy. And so we're going to put that treasure away for her future. She'll be a player before you know it, with as much time as we all spend together. So here it is, 6 and up. It is a game of, as I've always said, reading comprehension, math, skills, luck of the draw, just so much camaraderie, so much social interaction, and a lot of fun, and a lot of happiness, and a lot of joy. Let's see what we get. So it says, read this first. Bon voyage to the world of One Piece card game. All right. Here it is, a Learn Together deck set. It's got the first Monkey D. Luffy. It's got the little box here. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got a paper mat. Paper mat, paper mat. Okay, paper mat. This is going to be teaching you guys how to play the game and where your cards go when they're being laid out in front of you, and what your opponent is also going to have laid out in front of them. Ooh, very nice. It's actually been made to be a double mat. So if you look at that, it's actually a double mat on paper, and it shows you where all of your cards and everything goes. So there it is, double mat. 2 people can play on this mat,
Jeff
and it
says,
is a lot of fun.
I've been thinking of getting a learn to play kit. I need to learn to play.
Yeah. I agree. Ooh, shit, this is so cute. Okay, all right. All right. This is why I like the reveals, too. I don't know what's coming until it comes. All right. No sexual pun intended. I told you I could keep up with the best of them. All right, there's the Monkey D. Luffy guide. There is the Zoro guide. We'll look at those later. And then there's another random guide. I don't know, but hey. Oh my. I just love little packages, little boxes like this. Thanks, Dev. I just love little boxes like this with shiny treasure. I don't know if it's shiny, but we'll find out together. Okay, here's what we got. All right, we've got the Monkey D. Luffy box. What's in the box? Oh, feels so good to just open up a box of cards. So cool, One Piece keepers. Okay, so here's
I want
what
to
we've
thank
got here.
you. My daughter and I fought over the chopper Labubu. She won, of course. It made our weekend fun.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, I found the card. I sent out the Labubu because it was our personal Labubu. He won it. I have the card. I'm going to send you the card because I just found it and put it aside for you. So stand by. You know what? Don't let her take the card. The card's coming to you. Beat it to the mailbox.
Then he also said, promo? Question mark? I think he's referring to something you opened.
I don't know. Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What do you mean by promo?
I don't know. So this is the Monkey D. Luffy starter deck. And there's a couple of cards actually in a little Slack pack behind it to go with you. So Monkey D. Luffy starter pack and some extra love right behind it inside of this box. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, what a cute deck box that is. Love it. Monkey D. Luffy, will open that together in a second and see what we get. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, so.
Promo in the box.
Promo in the box. I don't know. I'm guessing these are the promos inside of it. This is the Nami deck. I think they gave you guys a blue yellow Nami deck. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, so some really, really cool and quite different Nami leader cards and the little promo pack, I guess, that goes with it. So there's Nami. And of course, Zoro and his cool little box. Oh my gosh, I freaking love playing. I love being an old lady who still gets to play and gets excited over stuff like this. Zoro and the Zoro deck. Oh my gosh, that is some brilliant artwork. So the deck boxes, that's special. The decks, special. He's got his own pack. What's that on top? That's a secret rare. Oh my gosh, they gave you the secret rare, but you know what? They didn't give you the secret rare on a shiny hollow card. Oh, what is
He says,
this?
I think it comes with a Luffy promo. I think. Dot.
I don't know, but we're about to find out. Let's rip into it and see what it actually is, right? We all have questions about it. Let's actually find out what it is. That's the purpose of these lives. It's a recap on what's going on in the week and what we're about to do next. And this is just a hollow card. It's Roronoa Zoro, Arlong, another Zoro, Nekomamushi, Giant Pistol. These are just regular cards for Zorro. Let's break into the deck and see what they're starting our starters out with. Because once you start, you just keep on going. And listen, it doesn't matter where you start as long as you go and just keep on going. That was the purpose of the starters and the keepers from the beginning. So, all right. So this is really a beautiful artwork for the Zorro leader. It looks like all common cards in here, but it is a full deck of 50 from what I can tell. Looks like they started you off with some good love. The 10 Dawn, the Ba Da Dawn. So nothing too special in there. Let's see what the Monkey D. Luffy has in it. Maybe there is a promo card in this particular one, although what I'm seeing here is if they're just teaching people how to play the game and they gave out these really great starter decks, is they took another super rare Monkey D Dragon card that's normally a hollow super rare, and it's actually a matted card. So quite interesting. Interesting stuff. Kid and Killer's in here. Sanji, Frankie, Gum Gum UFO. So a couple of basic common, uncommon cards there. And I'm just betting that this is just a cool run of 50 red cards that go with Monkey D's leader powers. And then we'll move on to Nami, Blue Yellow, and see what they gave you. I play Blue Yellow, and Blue Yellow Nami is what won Joseph the Regionals. All right, we got Koala, Zoro's in there. Yep, some Rush cards. There's Tony Chopper, Nico's in there. Some more Straw Hat, Koala Love. Yep. Usoppin, some of just the same thing. Again, they gave everybody extra love, and then the Dawn cards. Okay, so it looks like a really good, really solid Monkey D. Luffy deck to start out with. Last but certainly not least is the Nami Blue Yellow. The Blue Yellow is a lot of fun to play. I finally got the hang of it, and then somebody took my deck again. So what else is new in the One Piece world? Well, just this week I played Koala, which is a great, fun deck to play. I loved that all the cards were really pretty, and somebody let me borrow it. Thanks again, Tammy. And that was a lot of fun. That was the black-yellow combination, and I never really played that combination as much, so it was good for me to learn another leader. And then last night, I was able to play over at Double Infinity, and I played with Bello Betty. And I had played Bello Betty before, so I knew how she operated and how she ran, although it took me a minute for it to come back, and there were new, spicier cards inside the deck the way it was made up. So I'm looking forward to running that again as well. Again, so many new leaders, so many older leaders got brought back to life. You got something to say over there, Dev? Because you got the microphone up to your
Jeff
mouth.
says the Pokemon Battle Academy is how I learned to play Pokemon.
Oh, very nice.
I'm not sure what the Battle Academy is.
I guess they must have, an intro to the game, and they have different tournaments maybe, and that's maybe the name of their advertisement and promo for teaching people or getting people out to get the cards and get the game and
Jeff,
get into it.
tell us about the Battle Academy.
Battle Academy. The OPP Academy, the One Piece Planet Academy. All right, so another really cool thing, Monkey D. Luffy SEC in a matted card. It's not even shiny at all. That's different. Does that mean it's more special if it's not shiny? I don't know what to do with this card right now. It's not shiny. And that's okay. I love them all. The shiny ones, the not so shiny ones. Like I said, they are all treasure. So Nami's got, again, a little pack of cards here. And right on the top, there's an OP11 SR. Not shiny. So weird. But I'm glad you guys are all still having fun in the One Piece world. Definitely watch the show. I am in current time. In love with it every second of the way. Another really fun thing that has happened over the last couple of days, and I was sharing these stories actually today alone. Let's just start with today alone. Now, a day like today alone is a day that is a day in the life of me. So one piece of me, one piece of us, true stories. I am the narrator all day long. I went in and out of a local establishment, and I was at the register paying, and I have a one-piece purse, or I have a one-piece hat, or I have one-piece Crocs on. Somehow or another, I have one piece on usually every day. But today I had just my purse and my Wanted t-shirt on and my Crocs. That's enough, right? Up to the register, somebody says, "Hey, I love your shirt." I say, "Are you a One Piece fan?" They say, "Oh, yes, of course. I love One Piece. It's awesome." and totally a fan. And I'm like, they play right around the corner. There's cars, there's this, there's that. I'm like, are you in current time? We start a whole conversation and start nerding out together about One Piece. And of course, I'm like, I don't have any cards on me right now, but next time I come in, I'll bring you some. Because now I'm just running out. I usually have some that I'm giving out. I walk like 2 steps away to Dunkin' Donuts because I'm starving now. And at this point, I'm on the phone. I'm walking around oblivious. I've gone gear 5. I'm a little old lady on the ground. I'm like, I need meat. Somebody give me food. But I'm all by myself. So I'm wandering around lost like Zorro until somebody feeds me or gets me to where I need to go. So I wander literally into Dunkin' Donuts, like staring at the menu. The guys are kind of in the back taking care of some drive-through. They come to the counter. They're like, you okay? Everything all right? And I'm like, yeah. Now at this point, I can even barely talk. I'm like, can I have the the croissant with the maple bacon something? I just need food with meat on it, candy, bacon. I don't know, something about what it says up there. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, and a Boston cream donut? I could say that. Boston cream donut, please. I knew enough that I wanted one of those. So they're getting my stuff together, and I pull my purse up on the counter, and they're like, oh, are you a One Piece fan? And I'm like, yeah. Literally just had this conversation 2 seconds ago. And so the one guy goes, oh, my buddy's in current time. He loves it, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm all over again. The cards, the show, the everything. Coming back in. Then somebody's on episode 800. Now there's 3 dudes in Dunkin' Donuts who are all like at the counter like, One Piece. I had some super rares actually in my purse, but they didn't belong to me, so I pulled them out just to show them the cards. Now they're nerding out. I'm nerding out. I'm whipping out my QR code. I'm like, please follow me on all social media sites. Shout out. The narrator runs on Dunkin'. And so now I'm just like, oh my God, I'm in over my head. It's One Piece this, One Piece that. Guy shows up front door from the utilities department to check the water meter. I go outside. I'm like, hi, how are you doing? He's like, good. How's everything going? I'm like, good. Everything good with you? He's like, yeah. I walk over. I'm like, all right, just making sure everything is fine. Do you need anything like, water, a bottle of water, whatever? And he goes, no. He goes, hey, you a One Piece fan? I like your shirt. Because it says wanted, One Piece poster all over it. Here's what he says to me. I said, yeah, I'm a total One Piece nerd. I'm in current time. He was like, I have a question. I was like, what? What's happening? He goes, Kuma, and the backstory. He goes, that little girl with the powers. Is that her real dad? Or is it like, and I was like, that's Ginny's daughter. Don't you remember? Kidnapped? Guys, cover your ears if you don't know. I went into the whole Celestial and Kuma and Julian Money and Razor Watasu. And he and I were like, And then at the part where we were like, Saint Saturn, both of us were like, that son of a bitch. That was just today. I love it. That was just today. I don't even remember the other stories right now, but I know they all happened this week.
Jeff said, talking about the Battle Academy, it comes with 4 decks and a game board that walks you through each turn, hit counters,
cool.
The dice. I was hoping that something like that would come out for One Piece.
Cool. Well,
and then he also said, girl, you look fabulous.
Thank you so much. I don't know what you look like, but I can see that you're fabulous too.
He said, with meat on it. Then he said, not in real time. In end of Zoe?
Zoe. Yeah, an end of Zoe. Zoe is okay, he's not there. He doesn't know. He's trailing behind. And again,
he doesn't know he's in Zoe.
Spoiler alerts. Yeah, if you know, you know. So what I would say to you, my name is Jeff. What I would say, Jeff, is that this particular kit did look pretty interesting. I would have liked to have seen something more of a promo card, actually something else come out of here. Although it does look like the alt art leaders have some different kind of art on them. I don't know that this was really originally the alt art leader.
It might be a good
artwork.
thing that there's not a promo in there, because if you think about it,
everybody would be.
Who's the target for who should be buying that? Like,
This should be the kids and
Right.
the people that are just really wanting that baby step.
Exactly.
But not only that, you're getting 3 decks that actually do have some. I just saw the cards
Right.
merit with it now.
so that's the thing. I feel like if they put, cards that people are chasing, promos and whatever, then people who don't actually need the beginner level thing are going to be trying to
Right.
swipe it up.
Right.
Whereas the people who do want that
Right.
beginner
Agreed.
thing don't get it.
Agreed.
So-
Agreed. That is what we see. People start to buy it up because, they want the promo card and then they want to dissect it, which we all do. A lot of times I'll buy 1 or 2 or 3 of these particular sets. I keep 1 for myself. I always give 1 to Joseph when it's a holiday or special occasion, or sometimes we just share a product. It's all going to the same place, right? So one of the things that I always like to do is dissect something like this too. So if I have another one off to the side, which I do, I'm going to wind up taking that out, and I'm going to wind up putting those things as bountiful blessings on the wheel. It gives you guys an opportunity to get 1 piece of this particular set, and it's helpful if you're learning the game, if you just want another little piece of something to collect for 1 piece. If you are looking to gift somebody something this holiday season, it's going to be that extra little gift that maybe you can give to a friend or family member that's going to love 1 piece in their collection. And again, this is the opportunity where you're getting the booklets as well. That's going to go over the step-by-step of gameplay, what to play, and all of that. And Devin and I, we've done that, and we have past videos here on the YouTube channel where JoJo and Jimmy and Josh and Almond and I, and so many people have come in and out of the studio to record gameplay for you guys to learn how to play.
Jeff says, I can't wait for Wano.
Yep, everybody loves Wano, and there's some really brilliant artwork that's going to be done there, and it really does take a lot of. It takes a change of scenery as well as
And then-
costume change.
Jeff says, I honestly would use it to build upon. That's what I did with Pokemon when I bought
Yep.
boosters. Just added it to the Academy decks.
Yes, and that is exactly what everybody does. They collect up the cards, they add it to their decks. We have a lot of bulk. This, like I said, was the first time we saw rares adding on to these decks. Yeah, what you can do then is take the 50 cards in here, take out what you don't need to use and what you don't want to use, and then go to the library of all the different sets and other starter decks to really build your own personal deck. And that really is what we're all doing. When you get to the level like at this point where Joseph is and some of the other peeps over at Treasure Coast Magic and Double Infinity and bros at big decks, bros with big decks, bros with big decks, bros with big decks. So anyway, when you get to that point, you're now creating and thinking in critical thinking ways and leaps and bounds from where you were when you were just beginning to put sets and stuff together. He's literally playing the game against himself multiple times, just, imaginarily thinking of what other boards are across from him, and that's without actually being on the sim. That's without actually being across from somebody. He can sit at a table, put his deck out, pretend he's actually playing against a deck that he knows all the cards to, exactly what they'll play at exactly the right moment if they get X amount of equations. And now his critical thinking waves have put him in a position where he now knows how to actually, even with just imaginary images in his mind of what the card run could be, he can figure out and take that win. Even yesterday, I think Nick Bagel was like, man, this kid makes me mad about playing.
Jeff says, oh, narrator, I wanted to ask, what cards are you hunting? SP, a certain artwork?
I look for all Monkey D. Luffy's. I love them all. I have a collection of them, promo ones, specific SPs. Right now, I do like the SPs the most. I think that's what I've been kind of putting off to the side, collecting and keeping and holding on to the most is the SPs. So I like the patchwork behind those cards. I love the Monkey D. Luffy. The Zoro is beautiful but very expensive. Stussy was in the Koala deck recently, and that is beautiful. I gifted my birthday Shirahoshi SP to Amond for his deck for his birthday and for all the love that he actually gives to the One Piece keepers behind the scenes. A lot of you don't know this, but having a full crew and doing everything that we do, and especially with the amount of money that we're charging on Whatnot for what we're doing, it really does come in super close where like sometimes the captain or the leader can't really take a check or take anything. It's more just take care of everybody on the crew. Amand is kind of like, he's kind of like the captain in some ways too, because both him and Devin are definitely still the wings beneath my wings, as my yeah, wings beneath my wind, as you know, wings of the captain. They are my wings of the captain. And so I try to do my best to compensate everybody on the crew as best as I can, not only in berries, as much as I can give at all times, but also through just cards and collection. Devin has gotten some slabs, has some sealed product off to the side, full boxes. So as we've been going on this journey together, we've all amassed a little collection off to the side. And that's why it's important for me to continue to give as much as I can and to give it at a price that I do understand is the best that everybody has the ability to do. I realize that there is a need for consistency when someone gets to know you as a streamer or as somebody they're looking to trust to order their product from you. That takes time to build. You have to actually build your reviews. You have to build your ship time. You have to build your craft, and you have to be doing something that's above and beyond what everybody else is doing. One of my proudest moments, and one of the moments where I realize how valuable my treasure is to me, is when people come in and they see the audio and visual difference on a space like Whatnot or TikTok, or they hear the podcasting that's being done, or they watch the special guests come through who are real organic people and players who literally come in out of sheer love and just want to be around. We're friends that get together. We're friends that trade cards. There's a ton of value in the camaraderie that we get. When we make connections with all of the One Piece keepers over these last couple of years, and you're coming in always buying, always buying, always buying, and we get the chance to chit chat, we find out we have other things in common. These are things and experiences and the wealth of all of this stuff that we get to take with us together. And even though we're far away, like this moment right now, it's like a video call. I can't really see you right now, but in a way, it's like having a video chat with as many people and friends and family members that I can. Sometimes throughout the course of anybody's day, you're living in your own little bubble.
Jeff says rapport is important.
Yeah, it is. It is important. One of the other things behind the scenes, and as most of you know, it has been a very long journey and adventure, and a lot of changes have taken place over the last couple of years, and especially over the last couple of months. One Piece Planet, which is the name of our studio here, has been under construction. We've been waiting on a sign to come. We're doing a lot of labors of love here around the property to give back to the community. Fully inspired by One Piece, we have been showing the community and the charities the efforts of our labors as well. Even sometimes when we all come in skidding at the last moment, we make it through another day. And even when we're down to our last dime, and we all know how that can be, it definitely is a blessing when a windfall comes out of nowhere. And I can absolutely testify that it has happened to me 100 million times already in a lifetime. So we're happy to be that windfall that maybe comes out of nowhere for someone, and it's all being done in the name of the One Piece Keepers. As we continue to move forward, and I stream with Whatnot, stream on TikTok, for the starters, for the keepers, for everybody here at One Piece of Me as we move into the future of what's coming next. OP13, 6 mangas. It's coming soon. I think I'm getting it somewhere around the beginning of November, so that's going to be very exciting for a pre-release. There was some talk about there not being enough for everybody, and I'm sure there will be some pop-ups after this first run of like multiple cases, but it's going to go flying out the door very fast. We did see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases get loaded up onto the websites for pre-release and sold out within 20 minutes. So OP13 is definitely another anniversary set, something to look forward to. EBO3, I can't wait. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen on the Whatnot stream in a little while. Now, tonight's going to be a little bit different. I did get the educational warning about my party packs, about the surprise sets and how to list it. I normally go in under breaks. And the reason I go in under breaks is because I'm breaking into a party pack. It's not a mystery thing. It's not a surprise set. It's a party pack. And I kind of get creative with what I put in there. Sometimes it's the same type of thing in a pattern, sometimes it's different. The thing with the wheel and the spinning of it, there are always going to be rules that are going to kind of have to be followed. I usually find that as a guideline, and I always try to get in my head and get a little bit more creative. So we may be playing charades and a little behind the scenes stuff, and maybe learning how to speak Japanese, and I'll throw you guys some clues as to what's going to happen. If you're familiar with my show, one thing that I love to do is make sure that my shows have a consistency and a repeat. It's why I don't try to go too far out of making a new game. I find when you make a new game, you have to explain it to everybody who's just coming in all over again. It takes everybody a second to really figure out what's going on. And sometimes you just don't have that kind of time and space. You want to get in, have a good time at the party, and get out. We like to do that. It is a lot of love, a lot of energy, and again, I enjoy making those up very, very much. If a sticker can go in there, if an extra Dawn card can go in there, if a little bit of extra artistry can go in there in any way, shape, or form, a super rare from '01, a super rare from '03, a super rare from '5, a super rare from '7 or '8 or '9, if that can go into your new release pack, I'm happy to do it. Anybody who's thinking about possibly going back to the beginning and filling in as a collection is going to have another one piece to put into it. Anyone who's looking to possibly learn how to do it, maybe sort of kind of in the future, maybe they will or they won't, at least you got some of the library there. You won't have to spend that money later when maybe another year goes by before you actually get around to learning it, and the card you now want is like hundreds of dollars, and you need 4 of them. So, like I said, I'm not really going back into the past and bringing it to the present for you. I'm not taking you by the hand and bringing you into the future. I'm actually going into the future, grabbing what you need to make your dreams come true, and I'm bringing it to the present time for you so that at least you have it. And that's, like I said, what inspires me the most about One Piece.
Jeff said, I believe in paying it forward and releasing energy to allow new, more positive energy in.
Yes, that is
Also,
absolutely true.
He's quoting I think I'm turning Japanese.
I'm turning Japanese. I'm really turning Japanese. I really think so. True story. Again, I think I've told this story before, but I am the narrator, so if you haven't heard it, when I was born with a full head of black hair, yes, my mom did not believe that I was truly hers. My blonde hair, blue-eyed mom did not truly believe that I was hers, except that she married a Greek man. So there you go. Full head of black hair. The red went away. She belonged to her. But when I was little, she would take my hair and pull it as tight as she possibly could because she loved to dress me up like a doll and pull as tight as she possibly could so that it was super flat, super smooth, and that this rubber band was as tight onto my head as it possibly could be so that my eyeballs, which were already small, her father, would see me and be like, oh my gosh, she's a little Japanesa. And that kind of stuck. So I got called a lot of nicknames over the years. Nicole easily turned into Coley, which turned into Coca-Cola, which turned into Little Japanesa, which turned into Doll. I even got called Mori by my Greek grandfather, which, by the way, I didn't know for years, actually means girl in Greek. I thought he didn't know my name because he's old and was just calling me Mori. Anyway, true story. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll have another recap in just a little while. But tonight, just so you know, we're going in. I'm going to be selling the spots 1 through 24 for the OP12 that we actually started 2 shows ago. That P squared came in and got already one of the numbers sitting there. I had to send a message and be like, we're not done yet. I didn't just take your money and run. No, we have a game going on, 24 spots. I'm going to probably just go in $10. $10. Let's get through OP12, find all the hits in there. I'm going to bless somebody with some additional blessings. Oh, I'm just going to be like charades, putting it in there as I'm shipping it out to you guys. So if you don't see it go down on screen, know that I'm putting in your pack on the way out. And also, PRBO2. I have a full box. I have an open box we haven't seen any hits from. So I definitely want to do all that. Now that I'm looking over there, I do have some more information to share with the audience of one. I am all about One Piece creativity. How can you take and be inspired? What inspires you? What is One Piece inspiring you to do? Well, it's inspiring artists to take the One Piece cards, take the One Piece world, and get creative and make their own artistry out of it. So, you got something for me?
Jeff says, I'll be sitting in. Oh, P Squared is a buddy of mine.
Oh, cool. I love P Squared. So, here's something that happened. Bianca and I are streaming over on TikTok. Bianca is an artist, and when I found out that she has a studio called Bee's Creative Studio on TikTok, Bee's Creative Studio on TikTok. That's B, like the letter B, Creative Studio. She works with oil paintings. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you a piece of artwork that took me by surprise. Wasn't sure how in love I actually was going to be with it. When it came to me, I absolutely knew I had to have the very first one, the one of this original piece of art. And let me show you what she did.
Is it a card? I think I've seen the video of this being made, potentially. Oh, this is a different card. I've seen her do something like this.
Yeah, so a very creative artist, Bianca from Bee's Creative Studios, did this piece of artwork for me. It is, well, not for me, she did it, and I purchased it. So I've got one of Tony Chopper. And it is his card where she took the artwork that was behind the writing on the cards. And she basically brought the scene forward in oils, gave it a little touch of her own version of it. And if you can get a close-up of that, she put it in the floating frame. She signed the back. And I was very, very lucky to get the one of Tony Chopper. So I'm going to be displaying this one piece of artwork here at the One Piece Planet Museum Studio / creative space for us all to nerd out over things, along with some other original designs of things that I've gotten over the years from fans. And pieces that I've collected and bought. As you know, Devin, I have a couple of different things that have come from fans. One of my favorite pieces is a Dawn card that says the narrator VIP, and it has a pretty little glittery thing to it. So I definitely can appreciate that type of effort into the love of the art for turning something that is into something else, and making it just as beautiful, if not more, because it's sentimental and it is an original. I'm looking at this actually from
Jeff
the side.
says,
I'm going to have to
nice.
fix that up. Yeah.
And I posted a few pieces on the Discord.
Nice. Oh, I'm so happy. I can't wait to see it. So, yeah, we're going to just basically be nerding out in just a little while. I'm not even sure how the wheel is going to actually be incorporated back in. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to spin it. I might just actually point at you guys or something. I might just point at Devin. If I'm in the middle of opening up your packs, and you mods and everybody that are out there, when you get into the room, let the crowd know that I'm going to go into mime mode, I think. I'm just going to point at Devin when I'm in the middle of opening up a pack.
Well,
and then I'm going to point at and I'm just not going to say anything. I'm
I
just
don't know how
point
that's
at the
going to
wheel.
work because we're only going to have one camera angle.
And then,
over
that's
the table.
right, we're computerless.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do our best because I'm not the tech girl, guys. But I do love One Piece, and stay tuned for more. One Piece, one love, One Piece. Jeff, you got any more questions or want to talk anymore? We'll see you over there in just a little bit. And hang out, because, you know, it's always 4:20 somewhere, which you will be here for just a few minutes while we take some intermission and before I get the party started. So let's open up some packs together, guys. See you soon.